आदाब दोस्तों, मैं सुहेल फारूक हूँ और आप मुझे YouTube पे देख रहे हैं। वीडियो शुरू करने से पहले घंटी का बटन दबा के मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिएगा ताकि आपको आने वाली तमाम वीडियोस के बारे में बर वक्त इत्तला मिल सके। आज मैं जो बात करना चाह रहा हूँ वो मेरा एक गिला है जो कि 2018 से जब मैंने फार्मा इंडस्ट्री पाकिस्तान की छोड़ी थी और उस वक्त से चल रहा है और आज तक ये 4 साल हो गए हैं और ये मसला जो है ये अभी तक सॉल्व नहीं हो सका। पता नहीं, शायद आई एम सच egoistic person कि मुझे जो है इस चीज की बड़ी तकलीफ हो रही है, शायद कहीं पे अनकॉन्शियसली या सबकॉन्शियसली। वो ये है कि मैं 2018 में जब ये प्रोफेशन पाकिस्तान की हद तक छोड़ दिया था तो उसके बाद मैं यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स आ गया। तो मैंने ये देखा कि मैं जब भी अपने किसी कॉलीग्स को जो कि मेरे साथ प्रीवियस कंपनी में काम कर रहे थे या उससे पिछली में या उससे पिछली में या उससे पिछली में, मैं जब भी किसी को फोन करता हूँ, हालांकि मैं किसी का जिसका भी फोन आता है तो मैं हमेशा से रिस्पॉन्ड करता हूँ, मैसेज का जवाब भी देता हूँ और फौरन देता हूँ, और ईमेल भी आती है तो फौरन देता हूँ। लेकिन मुझे ये इम्प्रेशन आता है कि जब भी किसी को फोन करें पाकिस्तान में या किसी से कोई बात करने की कोशिश करें या किसी से कोई हेल्प ही रिक्वायर्ड होती है समटाइम्स, so people pretend that they are like extremely busy and they have no time for anybody and they are carrying the huge burden of their company on their shoulders and on their head, and he or she is that one person who's the only pillar in the organization, और अगर वो पिलर हट जाएगा तो कंपनी गिर जाएगी। मतलब जब फोन करो तो जी वो यार बजट मीटिंग्स चल रही हैं, टाइम नहीं मिल पा रहा, अभी साइकिल मीटिंग चल रही है, कॉन्फ्रेंस चल रही है यार, वो अभी प्लानिंग मीटिंग चल रही है यार, अभी फील्ड में विजिट चल रहे हैं, ये चल रहा है वो चल रहा है। So I am so surprised। आज मेरी किसी साहब से बात हो रही थी, मेरे बड़े प्यारे अजीज दोस्त हैं। आज पर्टिकुलरली नाम नहीं मैं किसी का भी ले सकता क्योंकि जो बातें मैं करने जा रहा हूँ वो बातें जो है वो बड़ी सख्त बातें होगी, इसलिए कि जब मैंने उनसे बात की तो मैंने उनको टेक्स्ट किया और मैंने कहा जनाब आप सारी कंपनी का बोझ जो है वो सर पे उठा के फिर रहे हैं और आपके पास टाइम नहीं है कि आप किसी के कॉल को रिटर्न कर सकें, किसी का मैसेज का रिस्पॉन्ड कर सकें, तो ऐसी क्या मसरूफियत है? कह रहे यार काम बहुत है, ये है वो है। मैंने कहा अच्छा यार मुझे ये बताओ कि कौन सा काम है ऐसा जो आप लोग कर रहे हैं। मैंने कहा मैं यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ मैं 2 कंपनीज को कंसल्ट करता हूँ, मैं अपनी पीएचडी भी कर रहा हूँ, मैं साथ में जो है वो एक जगह पे जॉब भी करता हूँ और उसके अलावा मेरे अपने साइड बिजनेसेस में भी मेरी इन्वॉल्वमेंट है। फिर मैं वीलॉग्स भी करता हूँ, मैं ब्लॉग्स भी करता हूँ, मैं लिखता भी हूँ, और फिर ये भी है कि मैं उन सारे लोगों को जो मुझे कांटेक्ट करते हैं मैं उन सबको रिस्पॉन्ड भी करता हूँ। इट सीम्स लाइक दैट आई एम अ पर्सन who is so free that whenever somebody contacts me I respond immediately, and apparently my ex-colleagues, और वो तो चले जो मेरे कंटेम्प्रेरीज थे या जो मेरे साथ उसी हायरार्कल सेटअप के अंदर काम कर रहे थे जिसमें कि मैं कर रहा था, उनकी तो चले मुझे फिर भी समझ में आती है। जो मुझसे जूनियर थे, जो मेरे सेल्स मैनेजर थे, वो भी इतने बिजी हैं कि उनके पास भी रिस्पॉन्ड करने के लिए टाइम नहीं है। तो एक तो इसका एस्पेक्ट ये है कि मेरी लीडरशिप जो थी वो फेल हो गई है, और मेरा ख्याल है कि लोग मुझे अपना मैनेजर, अपना बॉस या अपना लीडर कभी भी समझते ही नहीं थे। That means that I have failed on that front to establish myself as a good leader. And I never was their leader, and they were just saluting to my positional power, and I was never able to establish my leadership power or my personal powers. So that is one reason which comes to my mind, and it could be very, very possible because sometimes people like me are very much convinced about their talents and abilities, and actually in reality it is not like that. And that is actually what I'm seeing right now, is that nobody wants to respond to me when I really am looking for some kind of consultation, help, or an opinion. This could be one reason that I have failed, because एक दफा मैं कामरान भट्टी साहब के साथ जब काम करता था तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा था कि जब लोग आपके पास आते हैं अपने प्रॉब्लम्स लेके और वो आपके डिपार्टमेंट के नहीं होते, जैसे मैं ट्रेनिंग में था तो अगर लोग सेल्स के लोग मेरे पास आ रहे हैं, मार्केटिंग के लोग मेरे पास आके अपने मसाइल डिस्कस करते हैं, that means I'm establishing myself as a leader. But on the contrary, when I'm not no more in that position, which is my positional power, from where my positional power flows, वो कुर्सी जो है जिसमें से मेरी positional power flow करती है, if I'm not there and people still come to me and ask for my opinion and respond to me and they are intact with me, that means my personal power was huge and I established myself as a good leader. But apparently I have failed to establish that connection with all those colleagues of mine, those peers of mine, and all those subordinates. Subordinate was a lafz nahi hai, lekin the people who were reporting to me. Okay. But the other thing is like what you guys are really doing. So I had a dialogue and a kind of a constructive argument with that friend of mine. And I said, okay, you tell me what you guys are doing. I mean, like, you're working as a general manager, and I quoted his director, to whom I know is a person who's not doing his job as a director. So मैंने सारा इस चीज पे उसके साथ सारी डिस्कशन के अंदर जो मेरा फोकस था वो ये था कि क्या आप लोग इसलिए बिजी तो नहीं है कि जो जॉब आपको करनी चाहिए वो आप नहीं कर रहे और आप उन लोगों की जॉब कर रहे हैं जो आपके नीचे के लोग हैं और आपके नीचे जो लोग हैं वो उसकी जॉब कर रहे हैं जो उनकी रिपोर्टिंग में है और इस तरह आप सारे अपने से एक लेवल नीचे की जॉब करते चले जा रहे हैं इसलिए आप इतने बिजी हैं कि आपके पास अपनी जॉब करने के लिए टाइम नहीं बचता एंड ही सेड नहीं ऐसा नहीं है तो आई आस्क्ड हिम अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन आई सेड ओके यू टेल मी don't tell me about yourself because I know what is your routine and you have the same routine as I'm going to ask about the other person. So I asked him, okay, tell me about your director. What does he do in the first 4 hours when he comes to his office? And I know what he does. What he does is the job of a district sales manager or a sales manager with due apology. I have no grudges against that director, but what I'm saying is that this look busy, do nothing kind of job is the only job that director or the general manager knows. And I'm not grilling you or anybody who pretends to be busy, but is it the job of a director to pick up a phone in the morning at 8:30 and start calling his district sales manager and sales manager and asking about the numbers and the gap that he had with yesterday and discussing the week-to-date sales and the month-to-date sales and how much they are going to close towards the end of the date? And the first 4 to 5 hours this director is spending on the phone, and so is the general manager, and so is the marketing manager, and so is the business unit head. So who's doing his job? And that's why this work pressure is on you, because you're not doing your own job and you haven't trained enough your people to do their job. और इस क्राइसिस में से मैं खुद भी गुजरा हुआ हूँ मुझे अच्छी तरह से याद है कि मैंने मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट का हेड होते हुए एक ईमेल लिख रहा हूं अगर अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेल्स मैनेजर्स को और अपने प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर्स को और फिर उस ईमेल को मुझे फोन पे उसकी वजाहत करनी पड़ती है समझाने के लिए कि उस ईमेल में मैंने क्या लिखा है. So think about that. If 16 sales managers are reporting directly or indirectly to me, and like 10 product managers are reporting to me, and a couple of national sales managers, and I have to explain to every single person what the hell is going on. Nobody knows how to read an email. That is my failure because I didn't train them to read an email in a proper way, number one. Number two, when they were being hired, their educational background was not tested well enough. If they were capable enough to be sales managers or product managers, we just look at their resume, the references, जो सिफारिश पीछे से आ रही थी, and people that we are comfortable with. Like आजकल क्या हायरिंग होती है जब आप बंदा हायर करते हो कहता मैं 6 बंदे साथ लेके आऊंगा because he is comfortable with them. And when you are comfortable with them, you are also very predictable to them. They know what you are capable of doing. So, and they know what you are incapable of doing. So in the end, you bring in a culture where you are not doing your job, you are doing their job, and they are doing somebody else's job, and nobody is doing his own job. So that's why you are stressed, you don't know how to respond to that, and you are doing those all kind of routine, normal marketing or sales activities, which you are not supposed to do. So there is no innovation because for creativity, you have to think properly. And you have to think in your own way. You don't have to think like the way your marketing manager is supposed to think, or your sales manager is supposed to think. You are the general manager, or you are the director of the company. You have to think differently from them, but you are thinking like them. Look at that. You start asking sales questions for 4 hours in the morning. And then by 1 o'clock, you know where you are going to close towards the end of the day. And then at 6 o'clock, when you are driving back home, or you go to the field visit, you again are on your Bluetooth and you are doing the same exercise, calling them to check out. I have been doing this too, but there are some people, they're not doing their own jobs. I mean, with due respect and with apologies, I must say the people working in the senior positions, they're not doing their jobs. They are doing the jobs of the people who are reporting to them. And then this is a trickle-down effect, and it boils down to the level of district sales manager. So who's the suffering party? Who is the one who is facing the pointy end of the stick? District sales manager. Sales manager is grilling him. Product manager is grilling him. Marketing manager is grilling him. Business unit head is grilling him. General manager is grilling him. And the director is grilling him too. So that is why, my friends, you don't have time to respond to anybody. And the only time you are responding is to the people on LinkedIn who you think are going to be your escape, are going to help you to jump ship when it is the ultimate time for you to change the job. So you want to be in touch with them. You want to say hi to them, congratulate them, say, good job done, without looking at what they did. I'm sorry, but that's what is happening. I know I'm going to be the bad person by making this video, but that's the truth. The truth is, you guys, being the senior people, being the senior managers, and being the directors, you are not doing your own job. You are doing the petty job of your subordinates. So now I understand why nobody has time to talk to anybody except for his bosses, because picking up the call from your boss is your obligation. You don't pick up the boss's call, you're fired. You're no more working in the company. This becomes absolute insubordination. And when it comes to doing something creative, productive, taking a call of an old friend, you don't have time. Okay, this is not my grudge or guilt against people who are not responding to my messages or my call. This is my analysis based on the observation, and I am developing an opinion because been there and done that. And that's what you're doing. So when I ask my friend, look at this, answer this question, what does your boss do in the first 4 hours of the day? And if you know the answer, you will know that he's not doing his job. He's doing somebody else's job. Why is he getting the salary of a general manager or a director then? He should be demoted. But no, the one who is sitting on top of that, who is the director of operations or the MD, he's doing the same thing. And the entrepreneur on the top is all concerned about the numbers. So numbers are achieved by doing this exercise, though they are temporary numbers. There's no sustainability about it. One day you don't call, you don't have any sales at all. So this is how it's working. This is how people are doing their job. This is how they feel so stressed about. And this is when you talk to them, you ask them something, you want to have a chit chat with them, they have no time for you because they are so busy doing other people's job. They are not doing their own job. They are not enabling their people. They're not training their people. No, they're building the capacity of their people to work independently. And on top of all this, they're not willing to delegate their own power and authority to the people who are reporting to them. I'm sorry, it's a bad picture that I have painted. You may call me a cold-hearted bastard, but I'm telling you this. This is what the real picture is. If you want to get out of this stress and work pressure that you have all the time on you, and it looks like that you are one person who is running the company, and if you are not there, the company is going to collapse. No company is not going to collapse. You are going to collapse soon. You are going to be the one person. Sooner or later, you're going to need somebody to talk to. And then you are going to be there at the same place when that person is going to tell you he's too busy. So please do your own job. Create time for yourself. Be a free person like me. I do more work than all of you. 5 different things, 6 different things in one day. And in the course of the day, I reply all my texts and I take all my calls and I reply all my emails. And whoever is contacting me from anywhere across the world, my ex-colleagues, my current colleagues, my peers, I respond to them. I never tell them I'm busy. This, I'm not painting myself some kind of God, okay? I'm just telling you because I am just doing my own job. Of course, in the beginning, I train people, I build their capacity, and then I unleash them and I let them do their job. Do your job, my friends, and you will have free time for yourself, for your family, and for your friends. Thank you very much. Good night.